Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, or welcome if you're new. I'm here today with a flip through of a little golden book junk journal. It's a Christmas one. It's the night before Christmas. Um, this will be available for sale in my Etsy shop. It's under the same name as my channel, A Retro in Time. I did have another one available, Rudolph, but that one has sold. Thank you very much to the person who ordered that. Um, this journal has two signatures, and it has a 2.5-inch spine. Here's a view from the top. The tassel on here is made from a shower hook with beads and a little tassel that's made from embroidery thread. This is not my idea. I believe it was Ingrid Carlson. I hope I have her name right, and I hope it was her that came up with the idea of the use of this shower curtain ring. The ring itself is just from Dollar Tree, and I took a green Sharpie marker and colored it. It takes several coats to get it dark enough, but that's how I got it the green color for the Christmas journal. Inside there's an eyelet pocket. I'll have to put something in there. We have a corner pocket with a tag with a snowman. And a journaling card. Well, actually it's a note sheet. I thought it was a card, but it's a note sheet with snowmen on it. And a little snowman embellishment. Here we have a belly band with a while you were out sheet. And this is another note sheet, but it's the thickness of some cardstock. It's heavier duty than just regular paper. Some graph paper with an ornament sticker. A rubber stamp. Some Christmas wrapping paper. I just edged this side with this is a foam strip. It has the snowflakes already on it. Here's a fabric pocket that's made with some Christmas fabric. And inside there's a flash card that says red. I don't know if and there's one more thing inside here. And a tag that flips open. It's another corner pocket, but it's an up tuck with a dictionary page. It's rubber stamped with a snow globe. And that's just a note sheet. Here's a tag that says ho ho ho, and this is actually cut out from a box of ho-hos. And here's a recipe for eggnog truffles. It's just a journaling card there. Here's a little gift bag, paper bag. It has a snark card there, and it says, "This Christmas, instead of giving gifts, I'm giving everyone my opinion." And the snark cards are like my favorite. I think I've mentioned that before. Here's a double pocket. A journaling card that looks like a letter or a postcard. And in here is a sheet from a Norman Rockwell little book. It's from 1937, and it's a man with a wreath around his neck, and it looks like chaos everywhere else around him. Just an empty space to write on with Rudolph, marked December 24th. Here we have a Christmas doily that was folded into a pocket with a note sheet and a ribbon trim on it. There's side pocket. We have the 10 most important things to do tomorrow and a recipe for holiday fudge torte. Yum. Anything chocolate. Yum. This was made out of some Franken paper, just leftover bits glued down. This one isn't sewn because at the time my sewing machine was acting up. This packet, we have a little journaling card. It just says cozy with a little sweater on it, and I added some brilliance to it with just a red glitter pen. And then here's a recipe for Santa's whiskers, which I will usually make those every year for Christmas, and a guest check. Here's a card that says Happy Holidays in the center, and it would hold a photo as well. I think that's vintage. Here's a tag, and I like to create little stained glass windows. Now you could probably use just Sharpie markers to color in the tree, but I use glazing pens, and I don't know if you'll be able to tell on my camera, but there's some texture to it. I found my glazing pens at Hobby Lobby on clearance a while back, but I know Amazon does sell them. They're a little pricey, and if you don't use them right away, they can tend to dry up. I've had to throw several away in the past. But if you find just a simple design online, trace it and color it in, and you can, fill it in on a pocket, a page. I like to stick it in tags. It just creates something different and interesting. And there's a note sheet here with a sticker. Another pocket. Tiny little journaling card. This is a tally, I believe, for bridge. And here's another little sheet from a Christmas book of some Christmas carolers. Other half of the doily. And this has a card from a word teaser, the faith version of the game, and it's about Christmas. Here's a fabric pocket made out of, I don't know if this was a hanky or a napkin. It was the only corner that had any embroidery on it, so that's the corner I used. And this is a note sheet, Christmas note sheet, and an index card with some ribbon embellishment to it. I typically do a lot of journaling space in my journals. I would be interested to know if you would care to leave a comment in the comment section down below. Do you prefer to have more interactive items or just decorative items, or do you prefer to have more journaling space? I'd be interested to know, because I could always gear my journals towards whatever people prefer. Here's another page from the Norman Rockwell book, and a tiny little version of the First Noel music. That's the note card. Here we have one red button on its card still. And here's an old photo of, it looks like 3 kids watching television around an old fireplace at Christmas time. Another corner pocket. It's an Up-Tuck, a green journaling card, a little Nutcracker sticker, and one large playing card. You'd have to have some pretty large hands to hold a few of those. Other half of the fabric pocket. And here we have a mitten journaling card, and this is an old vintage Christmas card. Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. And it's by Christmas Originals, made in the USA. Just some writing space. This is the other half of the wrapping paper, and I just edged it out and added this little metallic Christmas tree. Edging it out, it adds some body so that doesn't tear because it's kind of fragile. Some graph paper with a rubber stamp. This is a felt ornament, just embellishing that page. Here's a pocket that's made from an envelope with an open house invitation and a journaling card that's made out of a paint chip. And inside the envelope is a red and green playing card. Oh, that's actually glued down in this envelope. We have a red index card and a round journaling card with a mitten on it. You have a belly band with a small pink note card and a larger writing sheet, both with ornaments, stickers on them to match the ornament paper underneath. Some paper here with a 3D candy cane sticker there. This is a half pocket embellished with some buttons, and we have a recipe for spiced oranges, and I think this flips open sideways, and a little journaling card. All right, we'll fix that later. Some more Christmas writing paper. This is a paper doll, and she's wearing a red dress trimmed in green. A pocket with a Rolodex card, a little peppermint sticker, and a Christmas tree tag. The ribbon top there. I stepped away from the red and green for I think just 2 pages in this journal and did some blue and white with snowflakes. We have a journaling card and a note sheet. This is just a note with a snowman on it. I believe this was a cross-stitch pattern for that. And then over here, I just made a band going across with ribbon so my little notebook can hook on there. And it just has several sheets of paper inside. And this is kind of a 3D snowflake with some glitter on it. A little more writing area. This is what I like to call a flip-flop tag, because you can flip this one down and then the side one, or reverse it. Either way, and you can write on both areas. Here's a journaling card that's in the shape of a little green car, and I put another peppermint sticker on the door there. And this is just a little girl printout that I made and glued down on that blank sheet. You could always write on her little snowsuit there. Some spirograph paper, one of my favorite things to play with. Some red tassel trim on the check paper. The flip side of that is some Christmas music. "O Come All Ye Faithful," I believe. Not sure which one that is. No, it's the 12 Days of Christmas, actually. Here's some green ledger paper, the Merry Christmas sticker, another Christmas card, a stamp, and I filled in December 25th. Here's a ribbon tab on the side of that sheet. Here's a cutout. I think I cut this out of a children's book. It could have even been a little golden book of Santa and one of his reindeers. Here's a side pocket with a coaster of a blue jay and a note sheet embellished with ribbon. Here's a corner flip pocket right there with the sticker. We have a little gingerbread man note card. And a music sheet that's Carol of the Birds. This was a printable of the Shiny Bright Ornament box. And I left it open, glued it down as a pocket, and stuck this Santa inside. And I believe he is from a box of candy, if I'm not mistaken. And I made him into a tag. And he slides right in there and peeks out through the window. Here we have a clear belly band. This is a snowflake sticker with a blue note paper and a penguin. He's a note sheet as well. This is a pocket corner, or rather a tuck spot, and this is made from a napkin. And tucked inside we have a little folded journaling card and a tag that's made with ink and a nutcracker stamped on him. Other part of the half pocket there. We have a tag that says Santa's Chocolate Extra Special, and Deck the Halls, which is from a little Christmas book. I picked that up at an estate sale a while ago. I do remember that though. I don't know why I have such a hard time getting things back in these half pockets, but I do. There we go. And instead of adding a ruffle to a page, I added it to the little half pocket there. Other part of a writing sheet with a little foam sticker, a double pocket. It has a little glassine bag that holds another Rolodex card with a sticker. And a little journaling card of an ornament. And then we have, in the last pocket, 2 red raffle tickets and a page from a Charlie Brown book holding his his pathetic little Christmas tree. And I always loved when he wrapped the blanket around it, that it looked so much prettier. So that's a quick run through of my night before Christmas junk journal. I hope you enjoyed it. If you're interested, like I said, it is available in my Etsy shop. And please like, comment, and subscribe, and let me know what you think. Do you like journaling space, or do you like more interactive or just artistic things in your journal? I'd love to know. Thanks for watching. We'll see you later. Bye.